Hey guys, so today we're going to be showing you what it feels like when you come in for your first consultation at Laser Meow. When you come in for your consultation, you will come into one of our treatment rooms so we can show you the machine that we use, also perform a test patch. But what is really important is we want to explain to you how the laser hair removal technology actually works. So when you're laying down on the bed, you know exactly what is happening to your body and how the laser is working to remove your hair. So the first thing that we are going to speak about is how the laser works and the hair growth cycle. So you have billions of hair on your body, and every 4 weeks your hair goes through a cycle, and that cycle is called the hair growth cycle. As you know, if you're a woman, you have to get your eyebrows done probably every 2 to 3 weeks. And you're probably wondering why. I mean, why can't you just get threading done once and then that's it? Well, you can't, because your hair grows back. And that's because of the hair growth cycle. So every 4 weeks, your hair grows and then it sheds and then a new hair grows. So this is what we call a follicle. And a follicle is like a plant pot. So let's take the analogy of a plant pot. A plant pot is where the plant sits, and a follicle is where the hair will sit inside. Then the hair is connected all the way down to the blood supply, because the hair is a living thing and it needs food. And the food for a hair is the blood supply. So again, think about a plant. For a plant, the roots of the plant is what provides it the food. And that's how the plant stays alive. And the same goes for the hair as well. So the hair sitting in the follicle and the blood supply is the food for the hair. Now, if you were to cut off the roots of a plant, the plant will die. And the same goes for the hair follicle and the hair shaft. If you cut their blood vessels or you destroy these blood vessels' hair, this follicle will never be able to reproduce a hair ever again. And that is permanent hair removal. So this is what the laser is trying to achieve. Now we're going to speak about how the laser actually works, and keep this thought in mind because we will come back to this. So now we're actually going to be speaking about how the laser technology itself works. So laser stands for light amplification stimulated by emission of radiation. Now, imagine this. Laser is used for all different things in life. You can do laser eye surgery. You can do laser key cutting. There's laser used in gun weapons in the military. Laser is used for so many different things in the world today. But this laser that we are going to be talking about today, and the specific wavelengths, is only to do with laser hair removal. So the way laser works is that this machine here will produce wavelengths, and it's going to produce laser, which is basically heat. So when this is gliding on your skin, as a client, you will just see red light. And that is basically the wavelength that this laser is shooting out. Now, what does the wavelengths do, right? So when scientists were trying to make the laser hair removal machine, what they programmed was that the laser wavelengths and the beam of the laser will catch on to anything which is dark. So the laser works by catching on to dark pigmentation, which means if you had a tattoo or a hair side by side, the laser will burn both, thinking it's a hair. And this is why laser hair removal does not work on tattoos. If you had any dark moles, we will not also be able to do it. It doesn't mean that if you have tattoo or moles that you're not suitable for laser hair removal. We can still do it for you, but we can't go over that area because the machine will think it's a hair and it will also burn that too. So you're probably thinking, if this is how the technology works, then why can't you just come in and have one session and then you're done, right? Why is it that with laser you need to have 6 to 12 sessions, and it's also permanent reduction, not permanent removal? So the reason why is that your hair are all in different stages of growth. And remember, to get laser hair removal, you need the hair to be connected to the blood supply. And that stage of the hair growth is called the anagen phase. The next stage is the telogen and catagen phase. And these are phases where the hair is actually disconnected from the blood supply and it's ready to come out and a new hair is forming. But when the laser treatment is done on all the other stages which are not the anagen phase, the laser will not work because the heat and the light was not able to travel all the way down to the blood supply to cut it off. And this is why we recommend that you come in every 4 to 6 weeks and have 6 to 12 sessions to really see the results that you want. And remember, everyone's different. You know, you might have more follicles than I do or your friends. So this is why it's always good just to see what your body needs and not to compare results to other people. The reason why the Soprano Titanium is the best laser hair removal machine in the game is because of its technology. You can see how easy it is to operate. And as soon as you turn it on, you can actually choose what body area you want to get done. So the machine automatically programs how much energy and shots to deliver into that area. So unlike the old machines where you had to program it yourself, this does it for you automatically, which means that everyone is getting the same consistent results each time you come in. And the beauty about the Soprano Titanium as well is that it has all the 3 wavelengths under one handpiece, which is alexandrite, YAG, and diode. This is the only machine that has all 3 wavelengths under one handpiece. All of the other machines like Candela or Cynosure have either one or the other, which means that is not as effective as the Soprano. And if you've already had this, you guys will know that the main selling point of this machine is the cooling tip itself. So at the end of the handpiece, this hair is always -3 degrees, which means it's super cold. Why? Because as we're heating the skin, we're cooling it at the same time, which gives it that pain-free element. So this is why the Soprano Titanium laser hair removal is the only pain-free treatment on the market currently. So before you come in for your laser hair removal appointment, you will shave the areas that you are having done. Then you will come in and your therapist will do the unique technique which is patent only to Laser Me Out. And we were the only laser hair removal clinic to invent this technique. And that's because we wanted to give you the most effective treatment. So why do we dry brush the areas before we begin the treatment? And I'll tell you why. It's because sometimes we all have ingrown hairs or dead skin, and that might hinder your results. So when we dry brush before we start the laser, what we are doing is we're getting rid of all the ingrown hairs and all of the dead skin so that the laser can penetrate down to the follicle and the blood supply without any obstacles in its way. So at Laser Me Out, we cannot wait to see you coming in for your sessions. We only specialize in laser hair removal, which means that you are going to get the specialized and personalized treatment to you to make sure that you get the best results. We're literally 2 minutes away from Baker Street Station. We're in the best location in London. And even our clinic is the coolest and the vibe is so fun here. And you can see that we use the best technology. We're also the cleanest clinic as well, if you look around in terms of our hygiene and how we're rated. So we really look forward to having you guys coming in. The link is in the bio below for you to book in your free consultation so you can start your laser hair journey today.